Hello, everyone. That's right. We're back. So hold on to your jobs and your drinks because I am your host, Sasha Joseph, joined with the Chief Entertainment Officer, Chappell, to talk below deck down under. That's right. We're here. Adam isn't, but we are. So welcome, Chappell. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, but we do have to pour one out for our boy Adam. He,
Yes.
he had a good run, but I think we called it pretty early on in the season
Mhm.
that he wasn't going to be long for this world. But Sasha, I was really sad to see him go. Was that weird?
No, I feel like this is one of the first times that I've personally been like, "Oh shucks, like there's him right there. Why don't you fire him instead of like this one?" But again, I'm not. Who am I to ever go against against Jason? But I'm sad. I'm sad. I think he was a sweet guy, and production I think gave him a really good ending, a good swan song.
Yeah, a little too good. I think that's the problem. I think that it made
Yeah.
us really want to say, oh, well, he's not so bad. Because that first episode, he was annoying and inexperienced and he couldn't swim and all this other stuff. And then as the season went on, they showed us more horrible people that we could dislike more than him. So that kind
Yes.
of moved him up the ranks. And then we started finding out about his family and that he was really trying hard and he just needed a teacher. It felt like he just got a really bad draw this time. And so I hated to see him go. Everybody else seemed really sad to see him go. So that just probably
Mhm.
shows you that he was a good guy. And I don't know, Sasha, do you think there's any world where he ends up back on below deck in any other capacity?
Right, I was definitely hoping that he comes back, right? Or at least we get a redemption arc, even on the next Below Deck Down Under. But let's see, because sometimes when people get fired, right, like they really have to prove themselves to come back. Joao, but he didn't get fired. I'm kidding. But I think that if the people really like him, there's a way, right? That maybe he comes back, or maybe there's at least something that he maybe returns in a few years. I do think that that Jason's right that we need some more like movement on his skill level,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Same
But
with the
I hope he
positioning.
comes back. Yeah. And we'll get into everything because listen, there's a lot to get into. And welcome chat. Hello everyone. And before we even get started, Chappelle, we are at 109 reviews. Yes, we made
Hey.
it. Okay. We have a few more to read. I don't remember if I read Problem Solver's review, but if so, well, we're gonna read it again. And they said, so glad I found this podcast. This is a show my friends don't watch. So I'm happy to discover that watching you, Chappelle, on the Big Brother recap with Taryn, that we were talking about Below Deck Down Under. So they're subscribed. If you haven't, subscribe to Bravo TV wrap ups. It'll help us out. And we have Sarita, and they left a refreshing take on Below Deck. Love the RHAP universe. Was more than thrilled to see Below Deck join the roster. And we have a refreshing take, including Rob, of course, on all of this and a million with the million podcast. Thank you. Hashtag big deck energy. And one last one from Gina that says big podcast energy. And Gina said, I ended up watching the show by accident. Yeah. But since I'm a Sasha and Chappelle stan, I'm listening to y'all discuss this hot mess show. Welcome, everyone.
Yes. Shout out Gina. That's
Yes.
Mari's bestie. She's a
Hmm.
friend of the podcast, family here,
Exactly.
a galley gal, a peanut galley.
Yes.
Man, thank y'all so much. It's so cool to hear y'all enjoying us talking about this.
Mhm.
But we've been a lot through this, like through this season, and so I think that now it's time. We kind of got through like the messy mess, and now we're into some other type of mess. We got people getting fired, bringing in new people, and it's not so much relationship drama right now.
Mhm.
It's not anything nasty like the sexual misconduct drama. I think we're kind of resetting and to see what the drama looks like now that we kind of got a new cast.
Yeah, basically, because 3 people are gone and been
Hmm.
replaced. That's wild as hell to me, and for OG Below Deck Sands, I'm talking to y'all, of course, but and Chappelle, you would love her, but why can't they bring Toomey back? Like, where is Toomey? Maybe we use this podcast to start the hashtag, but hashtag bring back Toomey because Chappelle, she was probably the one of the best stews we've ever seen.
Mhm. Was she just
Yeah.
like was she best like drama, best like TV, or was she just really good at her
No,
job?
actually just really good at her job. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
not high on drama, which is probably where she's not back. But listen,
Mhm.
I just feel like Jason said it best, right? He said, listen, we need at least some experience on deck.
Yes.
Toomey is here.
Captain Jason, when he goes to hire people, as cool as Captain Jason is, you have to know that he's like, okay, how skilled is this person versus how attractive they are versus how many love triangles have they been in. And then if you meet the Venn diagram, right? If you're somewhere in the middle, that's how you get hired. Because we see here that when we bring in somebody to replace Adam, they are attractive and they got some a romantic intersection with some of the other people. Like those are the requirements, and they're very skilled. And so, yeah, if Toomey could step up the drama a little bit, I think they might be able to come back.
Yes, I just would like Toomey to come back, but it's fine. It's fine. We have a lot to get into. Not too much even guest wise, but I feel like let's just get to it. It's anchor time. Right? Like I cannot believe this. So we pick up right where we left off, just like last two episodes, where
Mhm.
Joao is running toward Adam. Adam is looking like a fish out of water. But then it feels like almost in like a second, Adam fixed it, or at least hit the brakes on the anchor chain. So the anchor is still down at this point, but it's not going lower. Like the chain isn't moving.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad, bad, bad. We'll see that this is pretty much the nail in the coffin for Adam because he says that on commercial boats it's just different. And so he's used to doing it one way, but when he got here, he just assumed that it was the same way or he wasn't paying attention. And so he messed
Mhm.
this up. And although Joao was able to kind of help him rectify this moment, it's still bad. It's one of those things that there's really no coming back for this. They say very early that there's a 90% chance that he doesn't make it, through the day as far as like having his job. And so we see Joao throughout this episode go to bat for him and just try to say, he's still learning. It's not his fault that Luke was raggedy and that there hasn't been anybody who to really teach him because Culver didn't teach him either. And so it's not enough. It's just not enough. It's too little too late, Sasha.
Agreed. And I'm with Lolly here, right? Lolly says I really thought the brakes broke, not that he did it backward. Listen, I agree because I thought that he either pulled something out, right, that can't go back in, like almost like a chain or something, not a
Yeah.
chain, but a hold or something that was like just gone, a linchpin of sorts
Yeah.
that he took out, and then that you just like almost can't go back in without getting hit in the face with like steel chains. No, unfortunately, it turns out that in this anchor or in yachts, at least from what I gathered, is that he had to engage the clutch and then the brake. That
Hmm.
that's usually what you have to do, but seems like he's used to the opposite on commercial ships.
Yeah. Once he released the break, it was a wrap. And that
Yeah.
it's so bad because we were worried at the end of the last episode, like, what's about to happen? Is he about to destroy the boat? And I figured maybe they were just kind of playing with us and giving us something that wasn't that big of a deal. But
Right.
no, this was a huge deal.
Yeah, and for folks that, maybe are joining us for the first time, the boat is running. Okay, the boat is literally on its way to, wherever it's going to anchor for the night or maybe the next 2 days at least for their charter. And while that has happened, a deckhand let go of the anchor.
Hmm.
Oh my god. And yeah, and I don't believe we ever heard Jason say Lolly's right, drop the anchor.
No, that was his thing. He said, when you release the break, you drop the anchor. He's like, yeah. Well, he's like, but I never told you to drop the anchor.
Yeah.
It's
But I
like,
think it's because in his mind, he's like, I think what he should have done is engage the clutch and then drop the anchor when it's ready, is probably what he was trying to do. But so whatever the quote unquote first step was, is what he did. But the
hmm.
problem is he did. He did the wrong first step. Oh my god, that was so bad. And Jason is pissed. Like he is over it, right? Jason just doesn't understand why Adam keeps fucking up because he's like, listen, We need someone better. He's messed up the docking, which
Mhm.
technically wasn't a big deal. I feel like Jason almost let it go.
Yeah.
Then Culver is the with the tender almost knocks Jason out. So I think
Yeah.
he's just tired of the whole deck team.
He told them, "We need to have some perfect services,"
Yeah.
and they're not. Then this is the last straw. And I had never seen Captain Jason angry like this. Even with the Luke
Mhm.
situation, he was able to keep his cool. It was a very sensitive situation, and he handled it, like a great leader. And here he handled it like a leader as well. But you could see his temper was over. Like he had put up with enough, and it was just like, how many times are we gonna do this? And when do we fix it? Adam has been here since the beginning. There are some people who came in late. Culver missed a couple
Mhm.
days. Joao just got here. Jamie just got here. But Adam, since day one, you've been messing up, and so it's really time.
Yeah. Oh, so bad. And the one time I'll say, "Okay, Joao, I see you," is when Joao says, "Listen, I think you need to understand, Captain, that Adam is so green, but I just need 2 weeks with him, and he'll be completely fine. He does a lot of work, unlike Culver's ass, basically. Like, he's saying that Adam is, someone that he wants to work with, and Culver is the one that he'd rather be fired because he's useless. Cut to, like, the whole 2 episodes, Culver just being useless.
Being useless, but I want you to go back to that part where you were talking about how great Joao is. Was what part? What were you
I
saying
said just
about
once,
how?
okay? For
I think you
once.
said I think you said you were wrong about him and that he
Oh,
can change.
absolutely not. Here's the thing, the bar is in hell for Joao, right? And the fact that he's like 2 steps above what he was, it should not equal, "Wow, he's amazing."
He says, "What
But
do I
he's a
have
good
to
boss
do?
here.
What does he have to do to prove that he's changed? Look at everybody.
Mhm.
He's great on the boat. Zarina is all over him. No one's
Zarina,
saying
stand up, girl.
no one's saying anything negative about Joao. He was the MVP of the episode easily. I'm just saying this man's redemption arc has started, Sasha. When are you gonna get on board?"
But never. I'm overboard. Fire me. Fire me. Oh my god. Call me Rocky. I'm jumping overboard.
No.
Anyway, y'all know it. Yeah, this was a deckhand, right? Was Rocky? Yeah, that jumped off the boat.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
yeah, she was wild. Live her life. Anyway, and it's just all of it is comes down to, I think Captain Jason ends up later sharing that he was actually in Singapore and he did see someone unfortunately lose their life with
Yeah.
this. So again, I think we didn't realize 'cause we're not yachties, like how
Mhm.
big of a deal maybe this was. At least for me, I was like, but they caught it, like it's all good,
Mhm.
like he knows he messed up, let's move on. But it felt like I think to Jason, he's like, no, but I've actually seen people die. Like I cannot have this deck team anymore.
Right. You got lucky this time. This could have been really bad. And you can't rely on luck when it comes to something like this, especially when there's procedures to eliminate the luck part. If you
Hmm.
follow the procedures, you'll be fine. And so, although Adam has a lot of experience, and it does seem like docking and stuff went a lot more smoothly,
Yes.
after this, it was just too late. The damage was already done.
Yeah, literally and figuratively. And it's really unfortunate because again, I just feel like no one is taking into account, no one as in like Captain, that um Luke, I was trying to say like Voldemort basically, but
Mhm.
Luke didn't really like train anyone. So I
Mhm.
think and we know that Luke was fine, right? When it came to like being a bosun or a second officer. I think that he was okay, but I don't know that he was training them. So I feel really bad for the rest of the team.
Mhm.
So, let's just take that into account. But Captain is over it. Captain doesn't want any of it. And Lolly, you're right. Wasn't Adam the one preaching safety from the start? Listen, you didn't have to gag me like this.
Right. It's like he was preaching like safety measures, but
Hmm.
it's the actual lack of experience. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He
He could
knows
tell
from
you
the
the
book.
rules.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah, but he hasn't done the things. And like you said, Luke wasn't the best teacher. Culver did not teach him anything at all. So here we are.
Wolford just wants food. Okay.
Man, he ate the entire 2 episodes. This man never stopped eating. Every time I looked up, this man was in the kitchen or at the just eating at the table like everybody else wasn't working. It was crazy.
Yeah, and every time, right? We have so many. I just have like cutscene after cutscene of Culver's eating again. Oh, Culver's eating again. And then the weirdest part, right, is like and everyone show out is like, okay, everyone, like, let's put the ropes away, and the rest of the team is there, including Adam. And where's Culver? Hello, Culver. Where are you? Hello, hello. Culver is looking for a blender to blend his smoothie.
And not just any blender, because there's a blender right in front of him.
Yes,
He
in
needs
front of
a
his
magic
face.
bullet. He's like, I need my specific blender to make my smoothies the way I saw it as seen on TVs. That's why I got this one. And so he's looking for it, and he's annoyed that they're asking, like, Culver, where are you? Like, God damn, can I find my blender? I was like, okay, Culver, calm down.
Yeah, he's just nothing, okay? And Captain believes that he's gonna bring in a lead deckhand, so someone over Culver, and this person is hopefully gonna kind of shake Culver a little bit and kind of bring him online. Well, I don't know that that's gonna happen, but I don't wish that Adam should go. I feel like production's edit, like we talked about, really helped him out. We got his family edit, and just the way Adam left, I feel like was so nice because after the tip meeting, I could not have been part of that tip meeting. I don't know about you if I knew someone under me was getting fired.
Yeah, you gotta sit there and just hope for the best and just keep your fingers crossed to get okay. Maybe Captain Jason won't do it. Maybe he won't do it. But
Right.
he had already told Joao, look, it's over. He's gone. We got to get through the tip meeting, and then afterwards, I'm pulling the the
Mhm.
cord on this one. It's over. And so yeah, they get their money. I think what they get like 15K. And
Yeah, for
so
a 3-day charter, big L.
yeah, not great. And so 15K, they divide it up and then they say afterwards, Adam, stay behind. We need to talk. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's over.
Oh, it was so bad. I was like, "Please, why? Just don't
Yeah.
give him another chance, Captain." But again, Adam just took it on the chin and he's like, "I understand. I think that was a big mistake that I made, number 1. I think secondly, he understood that he was already almost on his last chance. And in
Mhm.
addition, right, like he's pretty green and he wants to go back to commercial yachting. He's gonna make some money, buy his family a house, and then come back because it's the best job in the world. And that confessional, I think, is why I was like, "Oh, he's so sweet. Bring
Yeah.
him back."
And Joao does send him off with some words of kindness as well and
Yeah.
say, like you did a good job. You were, you turned it around. It was just too late. And so it was a very commendable effort for him.
Mhm.
But Joao was moving kind of funny in this episode to me too. It's like when I see that you have an issue with Culver.
Right.
But at some point, tell Culver, hey, I'm going to talk to the captain about your attitude. Like just watching him kind of like it felt like you could be a lot more upfront about your issues with him. Like,
Mhm.
going to Captain Jason being like, don't fire Adam, fire Culver. It's like, okay. But
That was messy.
yeah, it was. It really was. And Culver picks up on it. Like, why is he going straight to the captain and saying these things instead of just telling me right here to my face? If you heard me mumbling and complaining about it, why didn't you say, hey, have a better attitude or something like that? But Joel's over it. I don't think he likes Culver personally, but then
Mm-mm.
also it's really hard to work with people when you don't enjoy being around them. And neither one of them like have any positive feelings toward each other. So I'd be shocked if they make it, but I think we're pretty close to the end of this season. So maybe they survive it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think they will. And again, they just keep going like little back and forth, right? Like we have a moment where Captain notices the batteries on the tender are still on, and Culver's like, "Great, I'll turn it off." But there's not that extra initiative of like, but I also clean up the tender since it's pretty dirty. And then they go back and forth of like, oh, I was gonna do it later, blah blah blah. It's just like
Mhm.
Joao, I think, is writing him a little hard in these moments, but also I think I can see why a person like Culver can be so frustrating.
Right. Right. He's like, I could have done this later on, like, as long as I do this, I work the night shift, but as long as I do
Mhm.
this before I go to bed, I think I'm fine. And Joel's like, no, this is what I'm talking about. Here you are, not
Exactly.
taking initiative, not doing this, not doing that. You're a grown ass man. You don't see all this trash out here. Like, okay, okay. But he said he was going to do it, and so
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of friction here, and they got to address it. but bringing in this third deckhand is supposed to be, beneficial. It'll help Culver get in line a little bit more, and then it'll give Joao somebody that he can count on for support. That someone a lot more experienced.
Yep, 100%. And then to round this out, I just wanted to also point out that after the firing, right, the series of things that kind of happen, Harry is rightfully sad and shocked, and he's like, you're pranking me, no way. But and Joao is like going in on Culver, and Zarina is right there.
Yeah,
Do you think he did that on purpose? He's like,
I think
we
so.
fucked you up. Like, I
I think
got you,
so.
girl.
I think so. I think there's a little bit right there. Like, I mean, that could lead to the reason why he doesn't really like Culver that much. Like,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong. Zarina and Culver not being together is good for Joao because he does seem like he's
Yeah.
interested in Sheffy. But if you care about her, you probably are looking at him like, you jerk. Why would you treat her like this? And so, because I didn't really see the functionality in him telling Culver like it was almost you. He
Right, that's
basically told him that.
messy.
Isn't it? Sir, if this isn't like an official warning or a write up or something like that, just be like, and it would have been you too, but you got lucky. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
hold on. It's like, yeah, I wish it was you instead. I wish Adam was still here and you were the one fired. He basically told him that. It's like, well, how do you expect Culver to go to work now? Culver even says it like, thanks, boss. I guess I'll follow you now. I guess you're the best leader that I've ever had. Like, no, this man doesn't want to work for you either now.
At all. And I love that he's being so shady in the confessional. Culver's like, Joao, wow. It's just he does not care. He's like, you're dumb. Any
Hmm.
goodwill that you had left, it's over.
Yeah,
Like
they
we've
beefing.
moved on now. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's big done. And then can we laugh a little bit at Jamie? Why is she crying?
Jamie is doing a lot. Like, you just got here. You just got here. She moves very quickly, and I'm not
Mhm.
talking about the hookup because even when later on we'll see there's some movement into maybe below deck med, um,
Yes.
she's down. And I'm just like, Jamie, you just got here. What? Well, slow down. Learn these people's names first before you start crying while they're on the way out. She's a little extra. Just a little. I think she here for TV. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You know what? Good job, girl. Get the bag.
Get your money. You see, I ain't judging. I'm just saying.
No, absolutely not. And the rest of no, actually everyone on Bo pinned like really nice Instagram messages for Adam. Even Captain Jason, like was replying in the comments that it was a safety issue, but like please understand why, blah blah blah. But then Jamie posted a picture. And Jamie says, my eyes look like that because I've been crying so much that Adam was leaving. He's really the most beautiful, kind, caring, inspiring human.
Oh my God, man, it's been 2 weeks. If
Has
that.
it? It's been one.
Right. Like, she was there for 1.5 charters. Lady. Come on, get a grip. But again, if you gotta land yourself a spot on next season, you gotta bring some drama. And I think this helps. So
Yeah, 100. Get
Jamie,
that money, baby.
yeah, go ahead and cook, Jamie. Let me get out your way. Do your thing.
But I'm still gonna laugh about it.
Also.
Also, okay. And then do we want to go into the Jamie Culver thing?
Oh,
Looks like they're getting serious.
does it? It's so weird. It's so weird. Culver takes it upon himself to basically recommend Jamie for a job on Below Deck Med.
No, not below deck med. I think just in the med.
In the med. In the med. He's like,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I'm about to go do this other job in the med. You should come do the other job in the med. And I already told them about you. So see you this summer. It's like, what? What are you talking about? And she's so confused because at first I was trying to figure out, okay, well, what's happening here? And I realized, oh no, he basically just made them roommates for the rest of the year. And Jamie at first seems very confused, like, this is new. I just got here. I barely know this guy. He's moving kind of fast. And then the next time we see her and Culver talk about it, she's just like, so tell me more about this trip that we're going on together. Well, Europe, right? How many stops? Okay, I'll be there. Jamie, what?
She's so she because in the confessional she's like, this is just a boat, man. Let's see how the next 4 weeks go, blah 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 blah. But then I think I'm assuming production or someone was like, you make this happen and we'll talk next season. So then she's like,
Mhm.
hey, let me know, friend, I'm there below tech med, it's you and me.
And then Sasha, the next thing I see, Culver is talking to his mom on FaceTime, and this woman, Jamie, comes and sits down on his lap in the video to meet the mama. You were just calling this man a boat man, and
A
a
jump
jump
off.
off.
Oh,
Yeah, you see it. You see the same thing I see. She called that man a jump off, and then go sit. Hey, mother-in-law, hi, it's me. Jamie, get off this man's lap. She
oh
played the
my god.
game.
And also, Culver's mom, is she like, is my son all right? Like, every
Yeah.
time we FaceTime, it's another woman.
Yeah, Kim, poke him. She's like, "Girl, get off of him." Which one are you again? It
Yeah,
just
I felt like she wasn't as into it as the Zarina thing, but maybe again, that's in my mind. I don't
well,
know.
but Jamie just got here. He's
Yeah,
probably
that's
been
true.
talking
That's true.
about Zarina for weeks. Um,
And she's a chef like mom, blah blah blah, right? So so mom might be like, oh, he's like so into her. He
yeah,
he has someone to take care of him, blah blah.
it's like because she still remembers she likes Zarina, so she probably like
Yeah.
Jamie. Who are you? Why are you over? What? Could you go get Sheffy? I want to talk to her about some
Be
recipes
like,
or
that's
something.
my friend.
Right. Oh, you
Let's
know how
chat.
moms are. Yeah. Like, where's that other girl? Like, mama, please. She
And they will
gone.
not, they don't give two shits
Don't
to
care at all.
embarrass you. Oh my
Yeah.
god, my mom in my high school, like she no, in college graduation, she made a scrapbook. Tell me like 2 pages were just pictures of boys that I dated. And I was like, "No, but what is this reason?"
Why would you put that in there?
None of
Who
them
who
I am with now.
who asked for that? Who told
Yeah.
you to put this in there? That I needed to remember all the boys?
I've loved before? No,
Yes.
absolutely not. So it's just moms. I
Yeah.
just saboteurs, okay? We love them.
Literally. And she was trying to help him. She really was. She was telling him,
Mhm.
"Hey, I hear you're upset about this whole Joao thing,
Right.
but maybe lower your voice because you're at work. You're on the boat, they can hear you. Just you're teed up right now. Bring it down a notch." And he's like, "Well, mom, he sucks and he's picking on me." And, da, 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 da. And she's like, "Okay, but also they can hear you. Fool. Shut up."
And mom has more sense than anyone on this boat.
Hmm.
Together, all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Miss Kim.
Oh
Shout out to
god.
Miss Kim.
But but I think that's why Culver gets in trouble, right? Like I do think that Joao like is a little hard on him sometimes. Slash the personalities are not personalitying in the way it should. And I feel that Culver can be a little bit of a baby sometimes. So wake up.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's a little whiny.
Yeah, just enough. And then speaking of whiny, we also have Harry and Margo. And we just get a little bit, I don't know the word, but we just get a little bit of cold shoulder to end with Harry being like, we're friends and it's all good.
Oh, okay. I'm fine, Harry. I'm fine with this, Harry. I'm fine. It took me a second. I wasn't okay. I was like, Harry, goddamn, but I'm okay. I think that the cold shoulder needed to happen.
Yeah.
They need to establish a boundary. We are not waking up every morning and drinking coffee, looking over the sunset, hugging each other, calling each other pet names, my hair bear, all that stuff. Shut it down. You don't like that man, and you ain't
Mhm.
never gonna like that man like that. So give him some space. So for a second, Margot's like, he just I just miss my hair bear and he's so mean to me. He doesn't talk to me anymore. But eventually he will get over it. And he did. And he's
Yep.
like, you know what? We could still be cordial and be friends. He just needed some time. And so if they are to resume the way they were before this moment, I'm not going to be happy about it. But give him a chance. You have played in this man's face for episode after episode. The least you could do is give him a day to recover from this whirlwind that you put him in.
And something I noticed with, y'all can tell me otherwise. I'm open to being wrong about this one. But the guests were very into Harry,
Yes, very much
wanting to
so.
have a threesome with
Yeah,
Harry.
yeah.
And then Margo in the laundry room was like, "Well, I guess I'm just here in the laundry room, not doing anything, but you guys can go up there." And then she was like, "And he's giving me the cold shoulder." Like when he's driving the tender, she's like, "Wow, you're a really good driver." He's like, "Did someone say
Girl,
something?
I'm at
What
work.
happened?"
Girl, leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone. Go ask Culver. Go ask somebody else. You know,
It
like
was
ask
Joao.
Joe. Ask,
Well,
yo, ask somebody else. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Well, Adam fired. Now you got to come over here,
yep.
huh? You know, she trying to get out of that laundry room so bad. I was like, I don't know. She just needs to like she wants to be in the mix because it seems like he's getting attention. Or maybe she's been trying to get in the mix for a while, but I guess I definitely
Mhm.
think this motivates it a little bit too because she was not happy with being ignored. She's not happy that Jamie is the new hotness on the boat. Now
Yep.
there's another new hotness coming on the boat too. And this is the hottest thing that's walked on this boat since Captain Jason. And so I think she's just trying to be in the mix a little bit. But this is probably hard. She's losing the friendship, the level of friendship she
Yes.
used to have with him. But again, you were never supposed to have that level of friendship with him if you
That.
didn't want, what y'all thought y'all discussed. It
Yes.
obviously was time for that to crumble.
Yeah. And again, I'm just stressed and I'm scared that Harry might snap, right? With the like how he ended. He's like, "We're just friends," and I love it.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, Harry, please." That's why I was like, "Just stand up." But at the same time, I'm like, "Okay, as long as you don't forget where we came from,
Yes.
okay? We don't backslide. We're moving forward here.
Yeah. So let's see, right? We're still on Harry, the nice guy watch.
We gotta watch."
Yep. And speaking of nice guys, obvious sarcasm. Zarina and Joao have a little footmance because
Mhm.
Sheffy stubs her toe and needs bandages and whatever. And Joao said, "Yes, let me suck on those toes. I mean, bandage those toes." Like he is
Yes.
full on with her.
Yeah, she's in his bunk bed as well, like,
Yes.
Zarina, remember all that shit you was talking? All that
That
noise you was
Margo
talking.
snitched and was like,
Yes.
"Zarina didn't tell you that she wanted to punch you in the face?"
Oh, yeah. And he's like, "You know, I did have a past with her friend and it didn't work out. I wasn't able to be there, but I've changed. I've changed and let me prove it to you. Give me a foot." And so he tells her that, or he tells us that if she can get over this whole thing with about her friends, they could be good together. Sasha, do
Stop
you
it.
think do you think it's coming? Is it coming, Sasha? Because it looks like we're knocking on the door of the
So
Zarina
here
Joao relationship.
so in the trailer, spoiler alert, we see Margo and Joao kiss.
Right. And what
So
is that
and it
about?
hasn't happened yet. So methinks Chefy might have are we gonna get a new chef?
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Listen,
Oh my
I need
God.
to know, okay? Because I'm very confusion. Okay, like I said this last time. I'm okay if Zarina is just trying to get, some fun. Fine.
Mhm.
Okay, just get some attention. Sometimes you just want it. But I feel like now if he like hooks up with Margo and then now you still want him backbone.
Yeah. Serena, yeah. But also, where's the loyalty these women have? If Margot does this against Serena's wishes or in Serena's face, knowing that Serena's in the bed, and also this dirty Mac too of just like, she wanted to punch you in the face. If that leads to
That
the
would yes.
whoa, the girl on girl crime here, Sasha. These women, bro, what? It's not looking great. It's not looking great.
Listen, when you don't have enough boys around, looks like you're struggling. That a guy that literally called Aisha years ago, a Russian hooker apparently is okay to now hook up with and to fight over,
To
right?
fight
To
over.
fight over, stop this madness. And yeah, so I feel like Margot is maybe laying the foundation for something that we didn't realize because I don't think you needed to share that about your friend. That
That's
was like, she didn't tell you she wanted to punch you in the face. Margot, shut up.
That's impressive though. Like Margot, if this is the game you gonna play, if this is what you're trying to do, just
I
sprinkling
mean,
this
drop
little
the hint. Let us know
yeah, she's
how.
sprinkling this breadcrumb and being like, she wanted to punch you in the face, and then just leaving it. And never saying nothing else about it. And then like in the next episode, if she just reveals, I don't think I like Joelle a little bit, I'm gonna just fall out onto the floor because it was so subtle. It was just like, yeah, didn't she want to punch you?
You heard
So
it
that's
here first. We
yeah.
called it.
We might have broke the news, man. But I just love Sheffy so much. I feel bad to see her get like backstabbed again by these women.
Twice. But the
Yeah,
stews ain't loyal.
they ain't. And yeah. Oh my God, she needs to go find Aisha. She's like her and Aisha need to link up. She's like, Aisha, I need you to have my back. But the problem here is Aisha is not going to support any relationship between Zarina and Joao. She's not.
Aisha
Or
has yelled at them how many times now?
yeah, she's
Absolutely not.
she's not gonna support it. But she would really be some good backup, because it looks like the stews just don't have Zarina's best interest at heart.
No, but they'll still come and hug her.
Right, and eat the food. Like she better than me. Everybody be eating cereal. Everybody.
Literally, that's it. Or you can order pizza.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Captain Sandy. It's happened before. Do it.
Mhm.
That chef was too overwhelmed to do anything. Okay. I'm sorry. I find this so funny. But yeah, those are our like boatman's segment. Then we can quickly chat about the guests as well.
Mhm.
And if y'all have any questions, put them in the chat as well. I always forget to say it, but yeah, if you have questions, we're happy to discuss. But biggest thing, right? So the guests charter one, give us like Aisha thinks that they remind her of her friends back home. They, sexually harass Harry. I feel like that's the biggest thing. We got the 1970s Palm Springs. Where were their outfits?
Yeah, they wanted this, but they didn't try. It just feels like they phoned it in. They said they wanted to
Yeah.
do slim errands and I get it, but this was they said conservative or like the most tame, maybe charter that they had, and it showed,
Mhm.
like it doesn't look like they put too much effort into it at all.
Yeah, and again, the food was really great. The dessert tray or charcuterie board just looked really amazing. And we get day 2, the slide is back, baby pain in everybody's existence. And then we had a white party as well. But then everyone, whoo, the part you've been waiting for, not Luca, not yet, but budgie smuggler breakfast, baby. And Teresa, don't think I forgot you in the chat, but Captain Jason is been voluntold to wear
Mhm.
it, to wear Harry's budgie smuggler. But Harry did say it's never been worn, it's new. And when that man walked out and Zarina screamed, I said, "Oh, is that Zarina or is it me?" I can't tell the difference.
Captain Jason is so funny because he is like constantly getting sexually harassed and like in a playful way, obviously. But he also is very modest. Captain does not want the attention that he's getting that much. Like he appreciates it, you can tell, but at the same time, he'd much rather just be the captain of the boat. Aisha is his right hand man, like that's his girl. And so she says, you putting on this Speedo, you doing it today. And he's like, I'm not. I'm absolutely not gonna do that. And I'm in charge and I'm the boss and I'm not gonna do it. And she's like, yes, you are. Because the customer is always right. And they said you gonna do it. And so put him on. Bye. She's like, Harry, get in there and hook him up. And Harry is so excited. Like, okay, so I got this one in pink. I got this one right here. Captain Jason's like, just get out. Just get out. Damn it. I'm gonna put it on. And he put that shit on.
Listen, and then he bent over.
He dropped it down and picked it
Woo!
up.
Do it again. Lolly, you're right. My Lolly put this in the chat, and my notes say this too. I said, "Do you think Aisha just blackmailed him about the contacts?"
Gotta be. Gotta be. Gotta be. Aisha, she knew what's up. That's why by the end she gets that disco helmet because she made a lot of wagers to make this happen. And I think that all the people on board were very excited about it. Because Captain Jason's like, man, I don't really know why they're all so into me. I mean, it must be my thick ass thighs. I said,
Like
Captain Jason, you
what?
slut. And this man is a whore. My
And what? Okay.
he said, must be my no, he sound like Kamala from Never Have I Ever. He's like, it's not my fault. I'm so curvaceous and voluptuous.
I couldn't be a model because I'm too
I'm
curvaceous.
too curvaceous. That's like, it must be my thick ass thighs that they like. Okay, Captain Jason.
No, because Anna in the chat says the same captain who filmed the I Am Too Sexy video. Listen, all his clothes was mostly on. There is
Mhm.
a difference, I
But
feel.
he knows what he doing, Anna. You right. That man know what's up. He know whenever he step out, they gonna be looking. So go, Captain Jason.
Listen, and Captain Jason's reaction, at least I think I will take this to my grave, but his reaction to the motorized tail, right?
Yes.
That's all you need to know about what that man likes and what he's about.
Yeah, and not to go back too far, but when we talked about the crossover episode they had on Project Runway, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just very clear that Captain Jason's outfit wasn't doing much for him. It was his idea, and it was so modest. It was like, I want like a kimono style thing, or is everybody
Oh,
is
you
all
know he
covered
loves
up.
them because he has so many in the cutscenes.
Yes, exactly. And so that's what he wants. So he's like, I need to be covered up. I want to be like comfortable and my clothes to be loose. And everybody's like, boo, boo, take it off, whore. Like, they're like, the women at home are mad. Captain Jason's like, he's letting all his fans down. So here he gave everybody a little eye candy and they were very happy. Go Aisha. Aisha made it happen. Wear your helmet with pride.
Yeah, which again, Aisha getting the helmet. How is Adam not like? I didn't get the helmet.
Oh, he knew. The moment he didn't get the helmet, he knew he was fired. Like, they're
Right,
not gonna
because
give
it
me the helmet
pans
and
to
then take it off my
him.
head. Yeah. Cause he's like, oh, that's obviously for me, because I'll be here tomorrow for work. And he's like, you're not getting the helmet. Okay. I need to go pack my
Because I'm
things.
not getting a job. Got
Yeah,
it.
I will not be here tomorrow.
Oh, that was so bad. And we also get Charter 2, where the Charter's primary guest is Tom Shelton, a property developer who will be joined by all male friends. Mess, and they want to go listen, and they want to go snorkeling and enjoy an Asian themed dinner. That's kind of their preference sheet. And Asia correctly predicts that this is just going to be like a lot of alcohol, and that's it. And I must say that when are we using that wheel? Because y'all, the way they order their drinks is all the cocktails go on a wheel, and Margo is now second stew, so this is a big deal.
Mhm.
And they're ordering at least 9 different drinks between each other.
This is how you die. And not to not to spoil the end of the episode, but this seems like a bad idea in general. Um it just does. I don't think you're supposed to mix so many different
Does it
alcohols.
matter?
I don't think it matters, but I definitely think there's probably something to it, right? Like
Maybe
you might.
all day you shouldn't. Like
Yeah.
I'm old enough that like if I drink in the morning, afternoon, that's it.
Mhm.
Like don't call me for the rest of the night. Like
Right.
this is not a 24-hour thing for me.
Right.
I'm too old.
Yeah, if I have one cocktail of this and one cocktail of this, and then I go sit my ass down, that's fine. Maybe
Yeah.
3. But if you get to the point where you're taking shots and you're spinning the wheel and you're drinking vodka and whiskey and all kinds of like just in general, you probably don't want to mix all that stuff together. If it was meant to go together, they'd sell it in the same bottle. And just
Shut.
but I was like, I gotta find this wheel. I
That's
have
what
to
I'm
find this
saying. I
wheel.
was like, we will be using it. Just in case
Yeah.
you didn't know. I will be making sure it's used.
Yeah, but and this puts Margot through the ringer because everyone's getting a different drink. And so because of that, she's like, it's better if everybody orders one drink, then she could just come out, she could make the one drink 12 times, bring it out to everybody and call it a day. But no, this person wants this person wants this person wants this. She's making drinks that she didn't even think she was going to see. This is her first time. And so she's distraught about it, but they look like they're having the time of their lives. There's nothing messy about a boys' trip, Sasha. It's just pure, wholesome
Be so for
fun.
real.
They're just drinking.
You know when
Everybody's
it's wholesome and
behaving.
fun? When they're asleep.
Wow, this is a nightcap, though. This is gonna lead to sleep. This is just a
Nightcaps,
pregame.
yeah, because nightcap totally leads to sleep.
On
Yeah.
this boat, there's nothing else to do. They're gonna drink and then they're gonna go to sleep. They might read the Bible. That's just me.
Oh!
That's just me on the boat. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm projecting.
You everyone be for real. Don't fall for this. Oh my god. But yeah, it's just as someone that likes to get their friends really drunk,
That's you.
yeah, we'll be downloading. Listen,
Mhm.
I'm like, and Aisha being like, is Jamie your girlfriend now? Why is that me?
That is you. Oh, Aisha and you are very similar. Y'all have been on the same energy. Even when later on, there's another thing she does. I was like, look at
Yes.
Sasha.
Yeah. Well,
But
shut up.
but yes, for the listeners, Sasha and I were once at a bar, and we're at a bar, mind you, and all of a sudden you see Sasha basically working the room like a bottle girl, pouring drinks into people's mouths. Like, we're at a bar. They sell drinks here. How are you just pouring champagne into people's mouths? She's like, here, come here, take a shot. I was like, oh, okay.
And
That's
I made
Sasha's
everyone
MO.
like get lower than y'all.
Yes,
I'm
it's
shorter than every.
fun size ofo. And so yeah, everybody had to like basically kneel down to take these shots. And Sasha was making everybody drive the boat. Like, and not in a below deck sense, if you will.
Oh my god! Listen, the point is like I love when people get drunk, and it is because of me. So the point is, yes, the wheel has been great, but maybe not to this man because again, they're drinking a lot, but they're like really nice guests. One of them even gives Margo their little hat. They're all dressed up for dinner, and then one of them does he make a noise? I couldn't tell. I rewinded it a few times.
I couldn't tell. I thought maybe he was having like an allergic reaction to the
That oh my god,
food.
that's exactly what I thought. I was like,
Yeah.
alcohol can't have you just keel over because unfortunately,
Yeah.
y'all, yeah, he just like falls over.
Yeah, I started thinking this was like the food maybe because
Yeah.
I have a shellfish allergy, and so I'm very
Mhm.
careful about when I eat seafood because my allergy is like bad. Like
Yeah.
if shellfish touch the plate, I don't want to touch the plate. Like I just can't. And so they're doing surf and turf. I don't remember what the exact meal was at this time that they were eating, but it felt like that. He could have been choking. He could have been having a heart attack. So maybe it didn't have anything to do with the food. People in the chat, I think Becky and Lolly are both saying that it looked
Yeah.
like a seizure. And it's like you can't predict that kind of stuff anyway. And so the episode ends with a cliffhanger of how are they going to fix this. There was so much emphasis put on safety in these two episodes, only for it to come down to something like this where it's going to take proper procedure and first aid to make sure that this guy is okay. And so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that nothing happens, and that they're able to have a decent next episode. They save him and everything's good, but it doesn't look great right now.
Yeah, and Becky also says this is when I actually looked up like what does that mean, but that they were talking about his tongue being out and you're
Oh,
right,
okay.
y'all are right. I think that's what maybe you're like you have to pull it out, right? No, I
you
don't know. I don't want to
you
like
have to
spread
basically hold it.
misinformation. Yeah, hold it, right? Because it can roll in and you can choke on it, but or some
Exactly, yeah.
version of that to go attention. Um oh yeah, and Anna says this, you're right, Anna. Now Anna says they made sure to highlight the guest saying earlier in the episode that he wasn't feeling well. And I also felt interesting because everyone was almost sitting in the same spot that they were every time. So I was like, oh, this is a guy that falls over because he's in the same outfit, he's sitting in the same spot. And again, it's just fascinating guests. And okay, Lolly, thank you. Lolly says they often bite their tongue, which is
Yeah.
why. Yeah, thank you. So
Yeah,
it's just
you
it was
should
really scary.
yeah, the swallowing the tongue thing is a myth, but they can bite
Mhm.
their tongues.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, never stick anything like randomly into their mouth to keep it,
Yeah.
just be cognizant of what's happening because yeah, it says the EMTs, Lolly's saying that EMTs will clench their jaws and cause them I'm sorry, the EMTs will see them clench their jaws and it'll cause them to bite their tongues. And so
Yeah.
yeah, you
Oh,
don't want them to bite
yes.
their
Look at this
tongues.
chat. Oh my god.
Yeah, the chat coming through with our professionals here.
Always.
Always. But yeah, just don't yeah, it's just blah. It's a lot. It's a lot going
Mhm.
on and it's very scary and that they have to step up and try to make sure that this guy is alive and doesn't hurt himself. But yeah, my initial reaction was, "Oh my god, did he eat something?" And it just looks like
Yeah.
he might just be having just a seizure. Sometimes you can't control those.
Yeah, and if it's a seizure, I guess can seizures be like come on by anything, right? It doesn't need to be an allergy. And
Yeah, I
Anna
don't
said
think so.
like that he wasn't feeling well either. That's correct. So it's just something to I think hold on to. It's really a horrible situation and I'm surprised that there isn't a medic on board.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
cuz I saw them calling someone. So, let's see. I just again, I hope that he's okay and but that he's,
Mhm.
still taken probably to the hospital, but I hope that. it is just to observe, not, to for any other reason.
Yeah,
'Cause
thoughts
it's
and
scary.
prayers.
Yeah. And with that, we have the one thing that, I didn't wanna end on this. So that's why our biggest story, which I feel like I have a lot to say rather,
Oh,
but Luca is here. We have a new deckhand. He has been an engineer for the past 2 years, but he's been a deckhand before. So he comes in as the lead deckhand, and we learn a lot about his family where they're in Vietnam. We learn about his brothers and sisters, blah blah blah. And then Margo calls him a beauty queen with eyelashes. Sheffy's like, "Oh my god, look at him." Da da da. Da. Then Aisha meets him, Chappelle, and says, "Oh, I know him."
yeah. Sasha knows everybody. I'm sorry, Aisha knows everybody, and she like, yeah, I know him. He used to mess around with my sister. They used to do it, and she like a little kid, like, yeah, they used to get down. I was like, look at Sasha over
Shut
there
up.
being childish.
Oh my, first of all, if you ever tell me something like this, I will never tell other people, but you
But
will
she
not
gonna
live
tell
it down.
you, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna tell you.
Yes, that's the thing. That's true. And turns out this is where I fell over because y'all, it doesn't even matter that he's hooked up with Aisha's sister. He has gotten around to Magda
Yes, and Magda is from which show?
below this down below deck down under season 1 who was
Okay.
fired.
Oh, which one? Why was she
She
fired?
sucks. Like you Laura, when it comes to attitude, right?
Hmm.
Like I am better than Aisha, right? Like blah blah blah. Rules don't apply to me. All of that. And then everyone. Here's her greatest hits that I remember. This is not all encompassing because y'all might have your personal. Please add them, in our reviews or here in the YouTube comments. But my favorite, she's called herself a Latina. Guess what? Where she's from?
Where's she from?
Not Latin America.
Ah!
She is Polish because she feels Latina. It's giving
No!
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
No, it's giving Gwen Stefani, she's like,
Ah!
I just loved Asia so much that I just decided I was Asian. What are you talking about?
And then she basically used up almost all of the shift's Wi-Fi, like the
What?
bandwidth,
Doing
because
what?
she was like texting so much.
That okay, yeah, she had to go. She had to
Because
go.
WhatsApp, right? So it takes up a lot.
Mhm.
Because basically, and the biggest sticking point was there was a lot of issues with her and her man, who isn't Luca. I looked him up. His name
Okay.
also starts with an M. But so they were like, so basically they were like, baby, oh my god, I always want to like, da, 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 I love you, I miss you, but
Oh.
and then she loved the foolish ass chef. That Ryan was a mega loser and she
Ooh.
loved him. They were both like mega losers together, like shit attracted shit.
Gotcha, like Luke and Laura.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, but in different, like this is like obviously in different ways.
Yes.
And yep, Anna's favorite also video chatting her man the entire time. Like literally, if y'all watch 90 Day Fiance, Brandon and Mary, right, that are so codependent, that is
Mhm.
Magda and her ex-man. So this is who Luca laid with, is my point. Oh my god, and Thundercat, say more. Below deck staffing from the Facebook. You might
Mhm.
know this person recommendation. What?
Uh-huh. All these people gotta be either, 1 degree of separation away from each other, like, "Oh, you know Asia's sister? Asia's sister? Okay, cool, you're on. You're in. Oh, you slept with somebody from this cast? Oh, you're in. You know somebody from last
Yeah.
season? You're in."
Mhm. That must be part of the recommendation, right? Like, do
Uh-huh.
you recommend someone from your past that is messy, basically?
Right, that is messy is, like, the key part to that, though. It can't be
Yep.
somebody who like, do you think somebody be really good at this job?
No,
Do you think
absolutely never.
no, it's, do you think somebody is gonna rock the boat, literally and figuratively? And it's like, "Yeah, I got a few people in mind." because Aisha could not wait to tell us, like, oh my God, this dude, he hooked up with my sister one night, and I seen him all over Instagram with Magda. I was like, damn, Aisha, she airing it out.
She knows everyone's shit. Like that's what my favorite thing about her is. And I just feel like we gotta watch out for Luca. I think him and Harry might have like a oh damn, you just showed up and you're already, blah blah blah. Like insert maybe the girl here.
Yeah, Bungie brothers they are because
Oh.
he sees that Harry's like, "Oh, you like Speedos too?" He said, "Yeah, I did a whole Speedo tour, all the landmarks, taking pictures." And this is he won Harry over. He had him at hello. Like this is the moment. Harry's like, "Thank God somebody understands the culture.
Mhm.
Somebody who appreciates fine art, sir. Put one of these on. You get down with us now. You're part of the team." Uh, yeah, and he's just in time for the brunch, so it works out for him.
Horrid. Okay. All of it. So we get a lot of like again, a lot of abs, a lot of fun, but it's really gonna be messy. And I wonder if now Culver is gonna get a run for his money.
I guess this guy is. I think that will. It's going to come down to Jamie. If Jamie gets comfortable and says, "Okay, I can ride this storyline out with Culver a little bit longer. We're probably
Mm-hmm.
going to go do the Mediterranean thing later on. We got a little
Okay.
good thing. We could keep it peaceful." Then I think it's fine. But if Jamie starts looking at Mr. Beauty Queen and say, "Huh? So you single, huh? But I'm new here. You new here. Let's talk." Maybe, just
Oh,
maybe,
okay, okay.
we could spice things up a little bit because Jamie
Mm-hmm.
always gets what she wants, Sasha. She said it. She's
As
not
she
used to not getting
should.
what she wants.
As
Yeah.
she should, a queen. And let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hold on because my question is how does Margo and Joao happen and not Margo and
I,
Luca? Oh my god.
Luca. Yeah, Margo and Luca should be a thing, but
Is it the
Margo
height?
somehow but Luca kind of seemed kind of short.
That's
Like
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
yeah, maybe.
Is that why we moved to Joao?
Uh, oh, I don't know. And then at the same time, maybe Zarina makes a move on Luca. I don't know,
Hmm.
but he's right there walking around, pretty as can be. Somebody gonna do something. Somebody gonna shoot a shoot.
Listen, get the eyelashes, ladies. Okay, let's do it. And Becky does ask in the chat, yeah, when Culver is talking about working the med season, could he be talking about below deck med? Lolly is right that they had just, I think, aired med or it's a private charter season is the
Mm,
point. So it doesn't, yeah, add up. And I don't know that production would just allow them to talk about Sandy, right? Because Sandy's not texting Culver, come work
yeah.
for me. It's gonna be the production team that does all the casting. So
Hmm.
that's why I don't think so. But and again, Sandy, I think, would love Culver. She loves the deckhands. So let's see.
Mm.
We also have a few people did ask us, do we know when Below Deck Med is coming? Not yet. I've like scoured a bunch of stuff. Like it's next and it's coming soon. I'm just assuming in a few weeks, but we'll see.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, but that is it, right? Do we have anything else?
No, I think that's it. I mean, the big takeaways here is that somebody's not doing well at the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Adam, we brought in Luca, and maybe Captain Jason might be a little bit threatened that he's maybe not the prettiest person on the boat. Maybe he's second prettiest. I don't know. Harry said it's really close. He said Captain Jason makes sure to cast beautiful people, but just not more beautiful than him. So I think we got a reset. We got three new people, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
different dynamics, a bunch of single people, somebody who thinks they're in a relationship with a single person. And so what's next? How many more episodes do you think we have this season?
Because this is already at 13, right? So I think
Hmm.
we get to probably with the reunion, maybe we get to 20 or maybe
Okay.
I think 15 to 20 range cuz the fact that they're going 2 a week, I feel like 20 with the reunion might make sense, but I
Mm,
think we conservatively we actually end up at 15 would be no, cuz 15 is next week. So no. Yeah, I think it must be closer to 20.
yeah, I don't know, but we're here until
'Cause
it
I
ends.
looked it up. Yeah, cause I looked it up and I couldn't really find, like, the end date necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
I
2 more charters. Yeah, exactly. Anna said, yeah, there are at least 2 more charters because they keep talking about there's 4 more weeks. So, yeah,
Oh,
we'll
this
see.
season has 18 episodes total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah,
So
so then the reunion after. So yeah,
yeah,
okay.
then the reunion.
Mhm. Yep. Great. So
Okay.
no more fired crews is Becky's prediction. I agree. So yeah, basically I think at least 4 more episodes and then maybe a reunion. Hopefully it's just one reunion. Like it just there's not so much to talk about on account that we've fired so many people, but I would like
Mhm.
romance updates, you know? But yeah, we're getting close. So we have a few also admin stuff. Next week, Chappelle, we because Survivor's coming close, the next few weeks, our timing will be a little different. So you will know when we know when we can go live. But we will still be here, just be flex with us. And we have a few guests lined up as well. So maybe I won't say anything, but one guest for sure is down, Chappelle, for September 13th. So we
Okay.
will have someone then. And I'll talk to the other one soon as well. So get excited, everyone.
Sounds good. And subscribe to us on YouTube to keep up with the updates so you'll know when the episode is going to air live. Also, smash that like button. It's time. Go like the video
Hmm.
and keep sending those reviews, and we'll try to make this thing as fun as possible for everybody and get more people in our below deck chat. It's been a great time talking to you all.
Yeah, share it with everyone. And with that, Chappelle, where can the people find you?
Follow me on Twitter at Chappelle's_show. Follow our new podcast, me and Rob, at suitspodcast.com. You can go and follow at SuitsPod on Twitter and subscribe to our podcast and listen to our daily Suits coverage on Rob Has a Podcast and post show recaps. Then you can also keep up with me on post show recaps on the Connect on PSR, where Mari and I are talking about Ladies First, the hip hop documentary about women in hip hop. And so we did part 1 last week, and we'll be airing part 2 this week. So check that out. I'm on the Big Brother coverage for Wednesday today. So check that out too if you're following Big Brother 25. And I was recently on the 90 Day Fiance podcast before the 90 days with Puya. And that was a great time. And I did the Claim to Fame coverage with Mari and Jenny and Rob to talk about the finale of Claim to Fame. So if you're a fan of any of those shows or just a fan of me, check me out. And no worries about me messing up the time slot. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel and you will get the correct information from somebody way smarter than me.
Correct. That part. Same from me. And thank you, Chappelle. Shout out to the chat. As always, y'all are amazing. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter at funsize_04. And I'm, of course, covering mess magnets, the pop culture hot mess, vibes only, celebrity gossip, you name it. We're talking about it on Mess Magnets. And in addition to this, Chappelle and I wrapped up Never Have I Ever over on Silent Podcast. If you're missing us and you've never checked that out, go check out Never Have I Ever by Silent Podcast. Another fun and ridiculous show we covered. And I also am covering Special Ops Lioness with Jason Reed over on post show recaps. And I'm gonna be guesting on Big Brother stuff tomorrow. I have a good amount of stuff going on, so you'll find me. You'll see me. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Bye.